tagging no Bilbo, bagging y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, no. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook, 75 yards. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers buying time to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Being chased out left. He'll look downfield for Waller. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Jones again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, is extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. On the sneak, Rodgers trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the end zone, Goff. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it will be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time Cook.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 87 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On second down, it's Pollard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. start on the ground to run that clock. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied, and this is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 77 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 117 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tony Pollard, 65 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing? different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Rodgers again now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
123 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And some room to work.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They run it again with Cook.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
That was a terrific play. Causing a loss as a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. From his end zone, Goff on 3rd and long. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Goff. He's going to let it fly. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it.